Coop, when was the last time you played Twister? You ever played
You are
Twister?
not going to do that to me today.
He said lift your right foot, and you were like
Okay.
right there with it.
I think I could do it,
He's
but
good at Simon Says.
about playing Twister, I don't know about that right now. That might be a little bit of a reach for the Coop. All right.
Maybe not now. No, we're not playing Twister.
Do we have geriatric word Twister? Maybe I can get involved with that a little bit. But yeah, that would be quite a challenge. you know?
What would the old person Twister be called? What would that be called?
Oh,
Stretcher?
man. Yes, really.
Slightly turned.
Yeah, really. It's like, how about 20 minutes per move Twister?
Got to be
Slower.
like bruiser,
Let's-
breaker,
yeah,
terror,
bruiser.
something like that.
Bruiser, yeah.
But praise to the Lord, the fact that nothing hurts on me.
Let us all be so lucky.
Yep. You'll get there one day. Trust me. Trust me. But it's all good, you know. Hey, and as you know, it's still, we're carrying over from, I know when we talked, I haven't talked to you guys about our Super Bowl outcome.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I've yet to look at anything from that. I
Okay.
took that really, really hard. It was like, I have yet to look at a single highlight.
Really? No
re-
replays? No.
I know what I did? I unfollowed every Eagle thing I liked so I wouldn't get video feeds. of it.
I didn't do that. I haven't watched any of the highlights from the
I
game.
can't look at it. I cannot look at it. It's just, it is too painful to go back through again, especially the way watching that game and I'm going, you know what? We're going to rack another one here. This is going to be 2 in a matter of 5 years. And, you know, someone who's been a fan for like all these years.
Yeah.
I'm talking quasi-dynasty for Philadelphia. And then the way it all ended, where defense had absolutely no input in anything in the second half, and pass rushers are slipping all over the place, and just the way it ended, I just turned the TV off when it ended. That's it. I haven't done it. Until then, we get closer to football.
Absolutely.
I'll jump back into that. Jalen Hurts signing, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
We'll do all that again, but I cannot. It's too painful.
Coop, are you a 97.5 The Fanatic person, or are you a 94.1 WIP?
Who's Anthony Gargano one? He's my favorite guy.
I think he's the Fanatic.
97.5.
Yeah.
I like Anthony. I've met him a couple times. Very, very down-to-earth, cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my shot. However, I do not listen to a lot of the sports talk radio.
Oh, really?
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not even that either.
No, but I cannot stand. I know he retired, Angelo Cataldi.
You won't get an argument from me.
No,
my
I
God.
can't. They're too negative. Okay, I get it. You know, when Andy Reid was here, it was every day criticizing Andy Reid, who by the way, now has 2 Super Bowl championships.
One on the Eagles.
Yes,
Yeah,
and Andy doing something he's never done here, adjust at halftime,
oh, yeah.
you know, and absolutely tore our defense apart with Mahomes in the second half.
It is wild, and I mean, we'll talk about it, but it is crazy to me how Andy Reid gets Patrick Mahomes, and all of a sudden he's able to clock manage a 5-minute drive to end a Super Bowl.
I know.
After all of the debacles with his timeouts taken in the first
I know.
quarter or you know throughout the years, and he's able to just turn it on when it mattered.
And remember when Doug was here, one of the things that looked like he picked up from Andy was timeout mismanagement.
Oh, my God, absolutely.
It's the Andy tree.
It's the infection that never gets better.
But Doug drafted Jalen Hurts, by the way. So, you know, they at times they hit on these things. Now, I've always been a Hurts guy, and I think we talked about that before, even though we were looking at about a year ago, everyone's talking about weak arm strength, can't read defenses, et cetera. You can't pass on a talent like that when it pops up in the second round of the year of the draft. So when he went to Jalen, I said, where do you see this young man play? Now he looks like he's developing into a bona fide NFL quarterback.
Seriously.
But where'd the arm strength come from now? Where's the accuracy coming from now? All of a sudden, that's there.
Yeah.
You know, he uses A.J. Brown well. He uses Devonta Smith well. Dallas Goedert well. You know, so I'm looking forward to the draft on where they're going to go.
Absolutely.
All right.
Do you want to do this first?
Well, I was thinking it was
first?
more like a little tasting throughout the episode. We
Oh,
could do-
okay, sure.
Yeah. I was
sure.
waiting for you to do an intro, and then maybe we do a little intro beer.
Okay, absolutely.
you have any
Would-
choice?
Let's start with that.
All right.
Okay. Yes, that is
Let-
King of Prussia beer called Workhorse, German Helles Lager. I will put money on this now. Silas will not trash this.
Okay.
He might not particularly be in love with it. So let me be. But I do not think you will hate this beer. Okay.
Alrighty.
It's a lager, and it's pretty. It's nice and yellow, and it's very, very clean.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna do an intro. We're just gonna talk and we'll figure it out once we get there. Welcome in. This is episode 99.5 of the Red Shirt Waterboys podcast. And as you can see us. And this fella in the middle is
Special guest.
none other than the returning Coop for his second episode with the Red Shirt Waterboys. And as always, with the Coop, we bring beer,
Absolutely.
This is from the Coop selection. Now. This is not the Silas selection.
which was last time Coop was not a fan of.
No, not really. They were the stadium beers, I think
Yes.
we're going through there. Well, stadium beers are stadium beers. You know, these
Absolutely.
are the things you're going to get that, the majority of people do like.
So if those are stadium beers, these Coop selections are what? Garage beers or what?
I would
Backyard
say,
beers? Backyard brews.
or craft beers, I
Yeah,
guess,
they
or
have
is
a
that
name.
over? They are called something.
Yeah.
So. However, I pointed out there are courageous selections that are mimicked in here. They're
Okay.
kind of
Yes.
woven in there a little bit.
I put some in because I asked Coop for a list of 6 to 8 beers that he likes a lot, that he
And I-
would recommend that I could get in
Right.
the area.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I couldn't find all of them, so I, was improvising and throwing some stuff around. So we'll sample these around, give you a little snippets on how we're feeling about them.
Yep,
We're consuming responsibly in small glasses.
works for me.
Coop
That's
has
good.
a
World
limited
champion.
limited edition 1980 Phillies World Championship from 1980 that I've had my
Absolutely.
entire life.
Absolutely, keep that. That's precious. Yep.
It's starting to fade a
Yeah,
little.
he is. I mean, remember that's quite a while ago.
I know.
Coop was 19 years old at the
is
time.
43 years ago.
Wow.
For those who
Wow.
can't do the math.
I remember it well. I was graduated high school and I had to run to catch the train to go into work as Tug McGraw was taking forever to get the final out
Come on,
bases
Tug.
loaded. Thank God Willie Wilson was up, who couldn't hit the broadside of the barn in that series. Guy hit like 330 in a regular season. In the World Series, struck out 10 to 12 times. So we were lucky there.
Coop
but that
had
was the
things
first.
to do and people to see,
Yeah,
and the World
absolutely.
Series could not interrupt that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, it only took them 94 years to win their first.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
yeah. All right. So we're on. Well,
Hopefully it doesn't take that
2008.
long to win our third.
Third.
So now we're
Also,
2
we're on
in.
pace.
Yeah, we're on a hot streak
Yeah.
here with last year. And all
So,
that.
Coop, I'll let you pick. Whichever one you want to go first, we'll go first.
I would like to try the workhorse first. if you're
Workhorse
okay with
is
yellow
first.
guy. Yeah,
This is a
good.
highly rated Coop beer.
Yes. I
Now, Coop, give me some
Local.
background on the Workhorse Golden Lager.
have been to that brewery. It's in King of Prussia.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's a classic German Helles style lager. Nice and yellow, as you can see. Okay. It's very clean and crisp. All right. So tell me what you think about this.
I mean, the color, it looks like just your regular run-of-the-mill stadium beer.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit darker.
Yes, and take a smell of that.
Oh boy, we're really going
Yes.
sommelier.
We're not
Coop here.
cleaning beverages
Yes.
either, so there
All
might
right.
be some swishing and some swashing.
All right.
Please no swishing and swashing. It's
horrible.
I could get down with that.
What do you think, sir?
For those
It
who
would,
don't,
it's not my cup of tea, but
it's got too much flavor for them.
Yeah. Well,
is that what you call it? Bitterness is flavor? I
It's
guess
not
it is.
bitter
Oh,
at
so-
all.
so
Put it
you're-
on the poll. Is bitterness flavor?
is you feel that bitter?
Mhm.
Okay,
A
a
little
little
bit.
bitter.
I don't
Okay.
feel that that's bitter at all.
No, I don't, but I know where he's coming from because you're somebody who likes your beer on a lighter tone.
Oh,
correct?
absolutely.
So this is a bit of a lager that does punch you in the face a little bit. All right, just
It is
it's a
5%,
good analogy,
which
right?
is like medium high.
for a lager, yes, right. So it's got a little bit. One thing got to give it, it's fresh. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. It's crisp. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
it's a very crisp beer, and that is one of my favorites.
I
I'll
think
say I like German style lagers,
yes.
which this is.
Yes, it is. Brewed by homeboys and King of Prussia. So
Yeah, man.
one got to tap their hat to these guys, all right?
so. I'm thinking on that side of the table, we'll rank them.
Well, we're
And
done.
okay.
That'll be the last thing
excellent.
because we've got a
Excellent.
lot of
Tasting
room
to get
cover.
to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Now, I think my hang up with a lot of this kind of beer, you're looking at, craft beers, is the aftertaste.
Correct. I could see this.
Light beers, right?
Right.
You taste them when they go down, and then you're back to square one.
I feel it. You want the palate to be cleaned off right away.
Absolutely.
You don't like that. Okay, you can tell that it's brewed locally, and it leaves that on the tongue taste to it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now I get a little feel for what your palate's a little bit like, and when you go towards those lighter type of beers, they do disappear very quickly.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
you're ready for round two. So,
Oh, yeah.
so they're designed to be drank fast and in multitudes.
All right.
So you can throw a few 5 or 6 of them back and be no different than when you started the first one.
Sorry,
so
I'm going to adjust your mic, and you can get closer.
you got it better.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Just so that we can hear you.
Okay.
You've got a lot of wisdom to
So,
yes.
impart on us.
Evan,
Yes.
which one do you want to go second? Who's second up on the taste? We got Workhorse was one.
Yeah.
First overall pick.
Let's give you something you might like. Let's break out the Dells.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad you did.
This is a my pick. This is one of my classic summertime only beers. So between the months of April and November is when it's allowed to be drank.
You guys cracked that first beer, and Trey Turner immediately hit a home run.
Oh,
It was like magic.
yes.
Hey, let's talk about him a little bit too. Now,
Go ahead, please.
All right, if we can, when we
Jump over to baseball.
I'm definitely not down on the Turner. I'm not disappointed in the Turner sign. He's a good ball player,
Mhm.
but I wanted them to invest more in a little bit in starting pitching. Okay, and they're paying this guy a mint. Now, when you get Harper back in that lineup, now you got Turner in there. Now
Right.
you're talking about something.
See,
All
I
right.
think anytime you talk about the Phillies and roster building, you have
Mhm.
to look at, what we thought we were going to have,
Right,
right?
right.
I think we knew Harper wouldn't be ready for season start, but maybe sometime mid-May, June, somewhere in there.
right,
And you obviously can't look over the Reese Hoskins injury,
right, right.
So that
right,
lineup with Trey, Reese, Bryce, all those guys,
right.
it makes sense, what they were thinking, but obviously that hasn't come to fruition just yet because
Right.
of the injuries.
Well, that first base gap you're talking about, okay, we can talk about Harper. People want to wring his neck, and then he hits 2 home runs in a playoff game. We're back to loving him. But
Absolutely.
you're talking, 30 home runs, 70-some RBIs. That's taken out of a power position at first. Not digging Bohm at first. Bohm's a great player. I like Bohm,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, he's growing pretty well.
And Hall being injured, they thought maybe they get some power numbers out of Hall, him being hurt. And the kid they brought up, Clemens, he's just not working out right now. He
He's a
needs-
double-A playing Major
Yes.
League Baseball.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
you can't play that at first base. First base is power numbers.
Right.
Okay. And they got Bohm over there. I heard rumors that Harper was working out at first base.
He was.
yeah.
I did see
Right.
that.
So I can definitely feel this. He probably can't throw well still. Okay. Being a first baseman, you really don't have to wing the ball around that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as he can catch. And
Yes. And hit home runs.
I love
All right.
Reese, but if he can close the glove on time, that'd be great.
Yes. He is a horrible fielding first baseman. Hoskins.
Now,
yes.
I
Yes.
didn't mind this one.
Okay, didn't get
Yeah,
there with
please,
you. all
please,
right?
yeah. Take some time to try that one out.
People will notice that I went for a second.
Yes, Evan poured himself a second.
That's
as-
delicious. Yes.
Yo, it's delicious.
Yes, that's very good. And we talked about this driving over.
Yeah.
I'm not big on fruit in beer.
Okay.
Okay. However, there were a few, such as that and the one Summer Shandy by Lina Kugels.
That one's okay. I like this one better.
I do too.
And I
yes.
think it's because so it's oh man, this is gonna be a hard word to say. Narragansett
Narragansett.
is the name of the brewery,
Yes.
but they contract with Dell's Lemonade.
there
Yeah,
you
So
go.
it's got real lemonade, and I love their slogan here: "Made on honor, sold on merit."
Beautiful.
That's a great
okay.
logo. product of Rhode Island. Big thanks
Yes.
to my friend Dan Gilbert for
Oh.
showing me this 2 years
It
ago
is
during
very
COVID.
delicious. I will give you that.
And
That-
you know what? As we get to the hotter months here, I could definitely see.
This is
Yes.
a lawnmower. This is
Yes.
a lawnmower beer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That thumbs up from the Coop on that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And
yeah.
I like they have a I haven't tried it yet, but they do have a grapefruit one that I've heard is also good, but
Okay.
I would still much rather have this.
That is
It's good
very
golf,
delicious.
golf beer too.
It is a summer beer.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Very
right.
good. I'm impressed.
I will say I'll pick next.
Silas can pick.
I think I'm gonna pick the only bottled beer we have.
Do you have
That-
an opener?
I do have one on my
I'll
keys.
say I have a key that is the correct shape for opening beverages.
Okay.
But this is a Bell's Two Hearted IPA.
This is one of
Lutheran's
the.
own.
There you go. This is one of the best beers on a planet. Okay. I don't know, Silas, how you're going to feel about this.
Where is that made? Is that made
Michigan.
in Detroit? Yeah, I had
Yes.
one once. I had a layover in Detroit on my way to Arizona, and
Yes.
I had one because I don't like flying, so I was trying to cook myself a little bit.
You have to.
Be
Yes.
better.
I'm the same way.
Hook myself.
But I had it with a barbecue burger, and it fit really
It
well.
hit well. This beer is excellent. Okay. Now,
This
I
is
don't know how you're going to feel.
anti-Silas.
This is. It's got IPA on it, but one thing I want you to be open-minded about: see how he hides the IPA in the blend.
The
He.
brewmaster
It's
in
brewmaster.
Michigan. We're
No,
talking.
no,
Yes.
it's the fish on the label.
That's the other thing. This fish on the front.
I
this,
love it.
It almost looks like a.
It's
a
a
trout.
Is it a trout or a
Yeah,
salmon?
I believe he's
it's a trout.
It's a two-hearted is the river for trout fishing.
Okay,
that
all
might
right.
be
Near
a brook trout.
Comstock, Michigan.
I
where
never
this
was
is
never
brewed.
was a fisherman myself.
Really?
Coop. I don't know about yourself.
Yes, I was.
I was also.
Yes,
Oh, really?
a
Still
trout
am.
fisherman. Yes,
Okay.
as a young man.
I was to say, if you grew
Yes.
up in Pennsylvania, you're more than likely have caught at least one trout in your life.
yes.
Put it on the poll. Have you caught a trout? Yes or no?
Yes.
I'm a 6-time champion.
No,
yes.
in the under 13 fishing competition.
Okay, at one point, I caught a palomino trout
Interesting.
in Wissahickon Creek in
Wissahickon?
Philadelphia. Yes. All right.
I'm trusting
Give
you,
it a
Coop.
shot,
Yep.
guys.
It's good.
It's an IPA now, and I don't think it's IPA-ish. Side looks at me. I'm thinking we're getting a big thumbs down.
Not a. I will say, you're right. The hidden
Yes.
IPA.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, compared and as an aftertaste guy, not much
Yes.
in terms of the
This
aftertaste.
beer is brewed very well,
It's-
as you can tell.
It's a pretty smooth, one of the smoother IPAs that I've tried.
I can run with that with you.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a success story between the two of us.
It's definitely the centennial hops. We were talking about this on the ride over.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
there's so many different types of hops. Maybe it's centennial.
I told you I was on an
Centennial.
actual hop mission, so I'm down to Galaxy, Simcoe, Centennial. There were a bunch of hops that I'm trying to get my mind wrapped around with these. And one of the things I found that like Galaxy seems to be the hop that is in some IPAs that makes so bitter that aftertaste, and that's something I haven't wrapped my mind around just yet.
Okay.
You know, now you know what IPA to the IPA purists. I've come around to IPAs. All right. But as you can see from my go-to selection, that and that might be considered IPA-ish, the Rogue Ale.
Do you want to go that next?
Entirely up to you guys. Am I up on the
You're
board?
up on the
All right, let's
yeah.
do the dead guy then.
All
Go
right.
ahead, pull that.
I'm a big fan of the simple logo of just the dead guy.
Yes.
I like the
Yeah.
matte black can. I'm
Yes.
I'm
and
a sucker for good marketing.
he's the Mayan Day of the Dead symbol down in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Does he
so-
hold a beer normally?
I do not think so, but
When I was looking at these, I was researching this one. This one also had extremely high reviews.
it's fantastic.
It's quite
Yeah,
amberish.
yes.
You know what's
yes.
funny about, being friends with Coop and, going to the cookouts with him and things like that? I recognize a lot of these beers
Yes.
from
Yes.
Coop holding them as we're talking
Yeah.
sports by the poolside, right?
Exactly.
I've never tried them myself, so this is all new to me.
Yes.
But
this
It's a
one,
great color.
excellent beer. That is one of my favorites.
I was going to say it's too dark.
Oh, I think that's excellent
Look
color.
at that cloud on that. Yep.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Oh, sorry, you look so excited.
That's complex.
It's excellent, isn't it?
It's got layers.
By far the best beer that I've had today.
There you
Really
go.
better than the Dells.
100%.
Oh man,
That beer is brewed to perfection.
That-
I have never had a bad beer from. And he's in Oregon,
Now,
I believe.
I don't like, well, I can't say I don't like it, but I'm not a big Guinness drinker. I don't like a lot of dark beers.
Stouts and
This might be the darkest that I've had that I've actually
tolerated.
enjoyed.
Yes.
it tastes like it's like smoky. It's
And he's trying to
I wanna say it tastes
IPA, but he isn't.
I would say it tastes like a wood chip in a good way.
Yeah.
I was gonna. It smells of molasses. Actually,
Oh.
It's
the
delicious
sweet
beer.
smell of it.
I'm
wanna hear
glad
the
you
clip?
like it. Yeah, in the promos for this guy and the beer advocates, they all love this beer, and
Okay.
I'm on it with them because I've always felt this is one of the beers I've had. I think is possibly one of the best beers I've ever had.
It's
Wow.
sweet
Yeah.
and malty.
Very
is what it
malty.
says.
Yes, yes.
And it's a Maybach style ale.
There you go.
A
Yeah.
Maybach is a type of Mercedes that's extremely expensive. So
Oh, there you go.
Maybe.
Major thumbs up for that one. Okay.
So, do you want to continue? We're 4 in, and we have 4 left. Do you want to continue, or you want to break for snack?
we'll break for a snack.
okay, sounds the plan.
So
Mhm.
I will introduce this as last time you were on the show, Coop. We did a Philadelphia this or that.
That was fun. Yes.
I believe one of the things that we asked you was, are you an ice cream person,
Mm-hmm.
or are you a water ice or wooder ice, as a lot of
Water
Philadelphians
ice.
say?
Yes.
And you said, oh, love a good water ice.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Yes.
we heard that, and we thought to ourselves, okay, we love drinking beer with the Coop,
Yep.
but let's get a little water ice with the Coop.
Okay.
So
Yep.
we have 7
Oh my
different
gosh.
places of water ice.
7 different places.
Correct.
Oh, I thought 7 flavors. Oh my god.
No, 7 different places of water ice. We got the same flavor. So
Yep.
most places carry, your run-of-the-mill fruity flavors.
Right.
So we picked cherry
Excellent.
and lemon
Love lemon.
from
I
both
also
places.
love lemon.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can choose. Would you like cherry first, or would you like lemon first?
Well, in traditional palate cleansing, in
Mhm.
any taste testing, lemon always finishes off the first.
Okay.
So let's start with cherry.
Okay, all right, you got it. And we're back. Thank
Okay.
you. So now we've transformed the set into an water ice tasting. Oh, you're going right at number 4.
Out of order.
Okay.
Coop
I didn't
saw
do it
number
yet.
4's color and was like,
Rogue.
"Give me
It's
that
an
one."
addiction. I told you I like water ice, and I haven't had any in a while, so it's like a kid in a candy
So,
store.
Sydney, would you like to tell us where these 7 water ices originate from?
Sure. So we went to Rita's. We went to
Okay.
Kulik's.
Oh.
We took a trek out to
Oh.
Petrucci's in King of Prussia.
The best ever, by the way.
Nat's Pizza in Doylestown.
Wow.
And then there are 3 store-bought ones. So we had Lindy's, Luigi's, and Weiss.
Lindy's,
Wow.
No
Luigi's,
Philadelphia
and
Water Ice
why?
Company.
No Philadelphia. Well, I think
I do not like them, to be honest.
Of them, you
Oh.
can only buy in like the bulk tub.
Yes,
And
they're
blue
very,
is their
very
favorite.
sugary.
Wow.
Oh, extremely.
All right, I'd love to get an opinion on the texture of number 1.
It's quite gelatinous.
Yes.
Oh, that's cherry.
Mm. Who's number 1 again? Not bad.
It's a secret.
We don't know. I just want to know what your favorite is. After all 7, which one's your favorite? And we'll tell you which one.
I'm loving the velvety texture on number 1.
Velvety texture of number 1. So whoever that is, congratulations.
I'm smelling a bit of Rosati here. I don't know.
Mm.
It's been a bit. All right. So that's good stuff.
That is
Wow.
extremely good.
that is a pretty good one.
This is
Delicious.
also a classic summertime treat.
Oh, without a doubt.
And if you
Absolutely.
call it Italian ice, I don't want to hear it.
Really?
We call that violation material right there. Yeah.
In what part of Italy do I find Italian ice? Because
Well,
I
they
have
have-
yet to see it.
Well, they have gelati, right? And that's
no,
an
that's a
Italian
gelato.
treat. Oh, gelato.
Number 2.
Gelati's from Rita's.
Is
All right,
Rita's
so yeah,
a
number 2.
Pennsylvania company?
This 2 looks very Luigi-ish.
It looks watery.
Oh man, it is.
Oh, it is.
This is
It's
the kind I have to
icy.
scrape.
I'm not
Evan,
digging
Rita's-
number 2. Not
Found it
digging
in Ben Salem.
Really? Ben Salem? That's Bucks County.
That's a low rate on the scrape there, Silas. I'm
It's a
low
low
rating
rate
the
on the
flavor.
flavor, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, where's the flavor? Number 2.
Number 2's out.
After
Okay.
number 1, I mean, the velvety,
Yes.
I mean, cherry punched me across the face.
I do like
And
a
now number
crunch.
2, I'm like, oh, it's water.
Number 2's the work for your food violation.
I'm suspicious that this might be Coolix
Oh, really?
after just
Okay.
talking up Coolix, but they are very icy.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I think
Yes,
they
that
freeze
is
it
icy.
first and then they put the
Yeah.
flavoring in.
Yeah. So the texture, it kind of turned me off a little bit. you
So,
know.
okay, when we're talking about water ice, obviously, if you've never had water ice or you don't know what water ice is, you're probably like, is that just ice or what is it?
This is quite a different color.
This is a very different color than the rest of them. Number 3.
Flavor is excellent on this.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Good flavor?
Yes. The appearance throws you.
Yeah.
All right.
The
Because
texture's better, but not as good as one.
correct, but very tasteful. I enjoyed the flavor on
I
this
like
one.
I like a cherry that's a little tart. Do you like a little tart cherry?
This is definitely a little bit more tart. Still a little bit icy on the texture,
Very much.
you know?
Very much. But very good flavor.
Overall, pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
and I would be
impressed
happy
with
with
that
the
one.
color because this wouldn't stain your tongue as bad.
Oh, no.
True. It's
Yeah.
almost a bubble gum color to
I would
it.
be suspicious that I
Num-
got the
you
wrong
eat-
flavor.
You eat number 1 and people are going to start calling you a vampire. You know,
Yes.
that's the kind of
Look at
one
that.
that sticks
Yeah.
with you.
Yes. So two's got the deepness too, but
But no flavor.
flavor.
no, he was a little watery. Number 2.
Little
Yeah.
watery.
It is
at
water
the
ice.
end.
So
Yeah.
we doing 4.
Number 4. This is the one that Coop couldn't wait to get his hands on.
This is looking like a buttery. Oh
look
my
at
god!
that.
Oh my God, the
Well,
texture.
The texture is that's almost a peanut butter texture here. Wow.
We're running again.
All right.
Okay, you got it. Yeah. What do you think it's number 7?
So I
that's
think
Rita's.
I think you're right that it's probably Rita's.
Yes.
This one is, whereas 6 was very sweet, very sugary.
Yes.
This one is sugary without the cherry punch
Exactly.
to
That's
it.
what I mean.
Excellent
It's
call.
sugar
Yes.
ice.
Excellent call. Yes. It's like it was. You could tell it was like it tastes like chain produced
Oh, okay.
water ice.
Okay.
Like
Yep.
like I have about 50 stores that produce the
Yep.
same type of
Just
thing.
got to get sugar in water.
Sh-
and then
yes.
However,
serve it to people.
It's
Exactly.
It's an easy
It's
like.
not bad.
I would say
Yeah.
this is a. It's probably not light when it comes to calories and sugar,
yeah.
Right.
but I could graze on this all day if I wanted.
Yes.
to.
Really?
Yes.
Whereas some of the other ones, they're too flavorful? Or
Punch you right in the face.
Right. Yes.
it's good. It's a good for this
That
this
num-
amount.
That
Anything
number
more.
6 is the one that the sugar over.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna take
delicious, but
I'm
oh
going back
my.
in for a little second bite.
So
Can you give me your tops and bottoms, I guess? You don't
I
have to
would
go through all
say
7, but
I'll
give me your
let
top.
Coop speak for all of us because
Okay.
you're the water ice expert, water ice expert.
We're doing number 1 to me was what's not number 4. Number 1 I liked a lot. Okay. Believe it or not, even though the color threw me a little bit, I liked 4 a lot.
Yeah, that one was good.
It was very good. Okay. Then I'm going to have to do it, even though he was sugar overload. Number 6.
All right.
Okay. Delicious.
So there's your podium.
yes, they're my 3s.
1, 4, and
Okay.
6.
Do I have to do the rest, or we're just going
No,
with
no,
top
that's-
3?
that's
okay,
great.
that's
I
fine.
think number 2 was certainly the worst. That was the one that was super icy.
Super
and
icy,
Yeah.
no flavor.
I
But I
thought
don't know if-
7 was the worst.
7's pretty bad.
To your
Yeah.
point, though, Evan, number 2, for how icy it is,
Mm-hmm.
for how lack of flavor it is, you're going to eat that and you're going to look like you're a vampire. I mean,
yeah,
that's,
that is blood red. that
All-
thing.
all day
Yeah,
you're
all
gonna
day.
be, you know,
yeah.
can't
you're
wash
right.
your teeth fast enough.
Yep.
So, Sydney, number 1, 4, and 6 are our favorites. Can we please hear the results?
Do you want to know the results now, or do you don't want to wait until lemons are done because you're gonna know who you're eating? The lemon.
Oh, let's wait until
Oh,
lemon.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
we'll keep those
Number
out then.
4 is absolutely excellent.
Yes. Yeah, 1, 4, and 6 are very, very good. All right, so moving back to beer.
Okay.
As we talk
My
sports
all-time favorite
during
yeah.
this one, Coop, you were saying you are more into the Sixers now
Right.
than you were prior to the playoffs.
Yes. Here's my thoughts. All right. So we dispatch of Brooklyn winning, despite the fact Embiid really sorry, not contributing on the score sheet.
Correct.
I love the game with the 18 to 20 rebounds.
I
from
love
Embiid.
that. Yep, I'm right
you
there with you.
clean that glass. How about some of those blocks from
So
Embiid
good.
too?
So good.
Their game. When I was a kid, I'll give you a little analogy too. Sixers, Lakers, right? I'd yell at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar all the time. The guy's 100 million years old. He's still playing basketball. Kareem would always get us 1980, 1982 with the most timely block of all time, like where he actually contributed on the defensive end.
Right.
All right. Because Kareem, even though his size and everything, you don't all know he's deadly with the sky hook from his certain position.
Certainly.
And we had nobody contend with him until we got Moses. All right. Moses would outwork him, and he hated all that. But Kareem would run the floor against us. They reward him for running the floor. And he'd always have these timely blocks that caused the game to go in the Lakers' favor.
Yeah.
Now, granted, in 80 and 82, we were underdogs to them anyway. They're just a great basketball team, Magic and the whole arsenal of what they ran out there versus us with Doc until Moses came along, and Doc doing everything he possibly could.
Right.
But that just wasn't
the team versus one guy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was tough. We were getting contributions from Cheeks and a few other people. So they're a great basketball team, but they're not Lakers level basketball team. In this comparison, what I liked with Joel was, first of all, some of these like tackling him to the basket things, these fouls were not being called. That's what I always thought was the downfall of the Sixers in playoff basketball is they got to stop belly aching that they're not getting the calls on the other end of the floor.
Absolutely.
Yep.
The Celtics have made a living off playing roughhouse basketball in the playoffs. This goes back to Bird, all of them, where they're just going to rough you up in playoff games.
And you got to deal with it.
Right.
You got to deal with it.
Right.
You got to take it in
He's got to
stride.
wrap his mind around the fact. Now, I thought with the Brooklyn series, he was getting out of control, throwing him to the floor.
Right.
I mean, come on. It is what it is at this point. All
Now,
right?
it seems to be a strategy all across the NBA where you identify their best player or a player that you think the other team can't play without, and you start provoking them. You saw the
Exactly.
Draymond Green
Yes.
situation in Golden State, and now Joel,
That's a good point.
and even LeBron James with Dylan Brooks and the Grizzlies. So I mean,
Right.
It's
That's what
strategy.
they're doing to him. And he's got to get over the fact that it isn't going to come easy for him.
absolutely.
All right. Embiid makes his living at the line when his points accumulated. He led the NBA in scoring, 33 points a game, et cetera.
Yep.
What does he get from the line? 18 points a game?
At least.
At least, right? You're not going to get that in the playoffs.
No, certainly not.
Okay. So where's a box stat I looked the other day where he only registered 14 points for the game, but
Yep.
he had like 18 to 20 rebounds.
Absolutely.
So you're cleaning the glass on second. And what was impressing me in their game was something I haven't seen in years: offensive rebounds.
Oh my gosh!
Ugh.
And I think that's where you're going to see somebody like PJ Tucker,
Right.
His
I was just about to say,
influence.
this is when PJ Tucker probably could have not played until after the All-Star break, and I would have been okay.
Yes.
the
Yes.
length of a Tobias Harris against his matchup. I mean, that's it. Just getting tip balls,
Right.
that
Right.
can lead to offensive rebounds.
Right. What Embiid always said, we need a guy like that on the team.
Certainly.
A lot of guy with testicular fortitude
That's what they can. That's what they say. Yep.
who is going to dive on the floor, elbow dudes in the jaw.
Yep.
He's going to get scrap hustle plays. I scream at him when he misses a corner three. All right. He's not
That's
exactly
fine.
lighting
I mean-
up the score sheets.
No.
The other day, they were impressed on how well he played, and I'm looking at it and say he had 6 points, but he
Right.
was giving you the gruff plays.
He's
out
the
there,
enforcer.
Yes.
And with a team that has no winners on it, like historical winners,
Right.
you
Yep,
need to have the guy who's been there, seen the lights, and
exactly.
can fight back.
Right.
And that's something like with that scrappy game that happened on Thursday. I liked how pissed off PJ Tucker was getting with the garbage calls, because
Yes.
what that does is it allows Joel, who has been labeled as like a baby and
Right.
emotional, you let someone else channel that emotion,
Exactly.
who is not a liability to the team if he's not on the court.
Right.
And that only makes Joel better, because then he can have like the big brother, kind of like Jimmy Butler was.
Mhm.
Exactly.
It's just like, dude, don't worry. I'll punch him. I'll get ejected. You stay,
You
because you
stay.
scored 30 points and I scored 5.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And the only thing, I love Jimmy Butler, don't get me wrong.
I
As you
love
can
Jimmy
see
Butler.
with him in the playoffs, it's his time. And Miami looks like they might knock Milwaukee out. That's possible.
If Giannis doesn't come back,
They could be cooked.
maybe.
Yeah, they could be cooked.
Which
And
would be great for the
Butler, The only issue with Butler in a franchise is he's a mercenary. He's really out for himself, okay? And he's great to have on the team, but your comparison to him and Tucker is very accurate. But the thing with Jimmy is Jimmy's mostly about himself.
Yeah.
Okay. Where Tucker's probably more about the team, and he's taking a role. He's also seems to get Harris a little bit more motivated out there.
He's also older.
Yes.
Like, so he, he's definitely in the mindset of like, oh, I'm helping the younger guys like win their
Exactly
championship.
right.
Well,
I
and
get a
my
ring
thing.
too, but
you can
Yes.
see the direct influence that PJ Tucker has had on somebody like B-Ball Paul, right?
Right.
Paul Reed was not fighting for those offensive rebounds, and it's the reason he wasn't playing last year.
I know.
This year he comes in, and PJ's like, listen, I made a living on doing this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He's, like you said, he's not lighting up the scoreboard, but he's going to get those scrappy plays, get you an extra possession, get the ball back in your playmaker's hands.
Exactly.
So the influence he has on him, but not only him, George Niang,
Yes.
Jalen McDaniels. I mean, that
Yes.
whole bench
Yes.
area too. I mean, that's
And can we talk more about Tyrese Maxey?
I love him. I love him.
That guy is,
Yeah.
he's like a hamster on crack when he's out there.
You were right about that.
He runs the court like a jackrabbit.
Yep.
The other game, the one they stole, game 3, where
Yep.
they went to a break with 4 minutes left, and Comcast, Mark Jackson's on Comcast, they're down. There's 4 minutes left. He predicted they were going to win that game. They're going to turn it on
You know who else
at
did
the
that?
end.
Yes.
Yes.
And
What
Yes.
did I
much,
say?
much to my chagrin, he was right. I mean, not
Yes.
chagrin, but
Yeah,
I
but
wanted
you-
the Sixers to win.
I know,
Yes.
yeah.
And Maxey went off.
He did.
Right? The
He
deep
scored 10
three
in a
he
row or
hit where
something
it had
like
the
that.
tongue hanging out and
Oh,
all
yeah,
that.
that's great.
It's like, wow, that is a shot. That's one of the, when I'm watching the game, he throws up the shot, and I'm like, come on. Oh, yeah, my boy.
That's
I
me.
do.
I'm like, can you stop shooting threes, please, for 2 seconds?
Yes.
And then he does it with like 5 seconds left on the shot clock. I'm like,
Yes.
come on.
That
And
was
then
a nuclear
scores, and I was
bomb
like, oh,
three.
sweet.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. And the only thing when they get a little bit of the negativity creeps in a little bit is at times you see playoff James Harden in there a little bit. Like James, it's like, James, if he decides, Harden with the step back 3 when he's doing his thing, it's a nice shot for him.
Yeah.
But then at times you want to see what James, like, can you cool it on the high dribble and the turnovers
Coop.
a little bit?
He gets
Oh,
tossed
God.
from that game,
Yes.
and we're down 7, 8 points, something like that.
It was a good thing
I turned to
for
Evan.
us.
I'm like, you watch our offense explode. You
Yes.
watch it
Yes.
because having that ball stopper, it doesn't always help.
Right, right.
So-
He gets to a point sometimes he's very frustratingly, maddeningly frustrating to watch.
Yep.
Because at times he gets into that looking of complacency about his game where you're going like, James, can you tighten up a little bit? But then
Yeah.
when he's on his game,
Yeah.
I'm all chips are in with Harden. I
Mhm.
mean, he looks like a guy who's on the downside of his career to me.
Right.
However, I do like the chemistry right now. And a couple of gentlemen that I've talked Sixers with at my job, they know I'm a big fan, and we're talking to, said my matchup with Boston will, to me, is if they can get past that, I like our chances going
They
forward.
might not even need to play Boston, though.
How's that work out if Miami knocks out?
No. So right now, if Boston gets through, which I believe they're at 2-1.
2-1. Yes.
If Boston gets through, they play the Sixers.
Not if the Bucks lose.
No, it's a straight bracket. So one would
It
play
is?
4. Yeah.
One plays 4.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
so we're
2 plays
kind of
3,
locked into Boston if they win
correct.
their series. That's
It's
the
either
matchup.
Boston.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
Hawks.
matchup because
I-
that's a good basketball team.
I
All
hate
right.
having to root in that series because I hate the Hawks.
I
and
know.
I hate
Yeah.
the Celtics.
I'm with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, the Celtics will clamp them down
They
and
will.
get Trey Young
But
tired or do
I
something.
do like though that we swept. Gives Joel, with whatever he's. I don't think his knee injury is as bad as people are saying. I
Yes,
think
I
they
agree.
sat him because they felt like they were good enough to win yesterday
And they certainly were.
without him.
They
Yes.
certainly were.
And
Yes.
they don't want to put him at risk with these chumps on the Nets just trying to hurt him.
Yeah.
It was just a protect him for the next series kind of thing.
Yes.
He has a bruised knee, but
Right.
he hurt that knee in the first quarter on Thursday, and he was fine.
Yeah,
Right.
I think the Sixers probably looked at it and said, "All right, we're up 3-0. I know you never want to play around and think you have it in the bag, right? But
Right.
you either win Game 4 in Brooklyn without Joel, or you go back home and you win a home playoff game without Joel,
Right.
or if need be, we'll bring it back game 6 if it gets there.
If
Yeah.
it's
But I
the
don't think
severity
they
of
got
the
there.
injury.
That- They
yeah.
did that math before they decided.
This will help. This layoff will help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think the Hawks, they especially with the Trae Young regime, they do hang around.
Yes.
Which I think the Celtics are a early dispatch team. Like if they go down 2 each, I think the Hawks have the upper hand because the Celtics, I feel like whenever they have a series of games, they tend to, score big early,
Right.
and then they kind of hang around. The other team sometimes claws back, but they have enough offense to just hold them on.
Sure.
Yes.
So maybe if the Hawks can extend the series, that will creep up again to the Celtics for a whole series, and it might bite them in the butt.
I fear the others on the Celtics. Obviously, Jason Tatum and
Awesome
Jaylen Brown.
player.
They're going to be there.
Yep.
But
Yeah. Well, Jaylen Brown might not be there.
our best player off the bench, I mean,
Yeah.
George Niang,
Right.
Jalen McDaniels, one of those two.
People,
Their best player off the bench is the 6th man of the year, Malcolm
Yeah.
Brogdon.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And they got, veterans on that team. They got Blake Griffin. We lost to their bench earlier this year already.
Right. Right.
So that's what worries me about that series. But I do want to continue drinking beer. I don't know about you fellas.
Yes. Excellent.
Yes.
We're down for that. Sure.
So Evan, what are we doing next?
Let's do the big tall one. I think you'll recognize this one,
I have
Silas.
had this before, and it's not bad.
This is from. Did you know it's from the world's oldest
brewery
in Germany?
From the
Jeez.
1500s.
I didn't know we were doing imports.
Even earlier than that, 1040.
Oh, that's right.
1040.
We're talking Norman the Conqueror, or
500
William the
years
Conqueror
before what you
years.
just
Yeah.
said. I've been there. When I was in Germany, I went there, and I had one of the worst beers of my life.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. I'll let the
please.
Germans.
No.
in the
I want
room.
you to pronounce it.
See, I was pulling out the 1500s. You're right. You're talking about
says
like
1040.
1040.
It's made by nuns.
Wihenstephaner.
Wow, the nuns. This ought to be good. Oh
Yeah.
wow,
The-
I had this one, but not the Weiss beer.
This
I
is-
had one of their.
This is the light
pilsners.
The Weiss beer that they make is good. The Dunkel or the dark
yes
is not good.
Would you drink a beer that's called Dunkel?
It's
Yes.
just
No.
German.
I don't think I would either.
It's the one that I got had a hair in it from one of the nuns, and it came out of a large clay pot.
I'm sorry. Are you saying you like this brewery or you
I
don't
do.
like this
It's
brewery?
really-
I don't
on
know
an
if the
island
nun
on a
hair is a
river.
good
I think
sell.
it's hair of the dog, not hair of the nun.
Ooh.
Let's
might-
try it though. Let's
You
give
might,
it.
want to get OSHA over there
Weihenstephaner.
and check their
Yes, sir.
brewing techniques.
1040. They haven't updated their policies.
Hey, it's under a Religious Protection Act. Not really. Oh yeah, that's savory.
I will go and I do not want to disappoint anybody. I do not like that Weiss beer. Is it a clove hit at the end a little bit? Not one of my favorite styles of beer.
See-
However, it is very fresh.
This is
Yes.
This is unmistakably a beer you have with a bratwurst.
Maybe,
A
Delicious.
sausage, I think this would be really good.
maybe it's the
I
water
like it.
ice doing it for me, but that was
You did not like that. Yeah.
No,
Of
that was
everything
ill.
we had so far, I wouldn't go that far. I'm killing it that bad, but that one I have ranked at the bottom
Yeah.
so far.
I
Yeah,
would
it's-
drink this.
But it's not terrible.
No, it's not
Evan. It's
terrible.
not terrible. I just don't like that when you do your Weiss beers, that finish a little bit. It's not one of my go-tos.
It's spicy.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Mhm.
The Silas, this is the beer that was in the stein
oh
from,
my
from
god.
the perk. So they at trivia
Oh.
night they were giving away a stein, and this was inside of it. And I
Oh
was
my
not
God.
allowed to drink it there because it was an outside beverage.
Okay, you got it. Mhm.
Why are we giving away? It doesn't matter. I will pick next. I will pick what I think is the biggest hypocrisy.
Oh.
This will be Cape May IPA.
I do not think you will like this.
If you had to guess, the audience, where Cape May IPA is brewed, what would you guess?
I would hope New Jersey, but I think it has a crab on it, so I'm going to say Maryland.
It is New Jersey.
It's
Okay.
Cape May, New Jersey. Yes.
God.
Why is that
Cape May.
hypocrisy? It's not called Cape Cod.
I thought it was.
Jersey
I thought it
beer
was
on a
Cape
fi-
Cod. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Are you
I
serious?
thought it said Cape Cod on the front. That's why I picked it.
Oh boy.
Not hypocrisy,
It's
but
the
it's gonna be
crab.
bad. I can
the
tell you right
crab
now.
It's got a
threw you
crab
for
on
a
it.
loop.
Now,
Yeah.
now, me and Coop were talking about this on the way over. Cape May
Oh
Brewing
God.
is definitely like a 70-30
What does that mean?
bad. 70% bad
Oh really?
of their beers, 30% good. Their Belgian lager or Belgian ale,
Terrible.
absolutely horrid.
Yes, their lagers aren't very good to me anyway.
I don't
All
like
right.
them.
Now you are not a big IPA fan. You
I
liked
like
the one
this
we
one.
tried.
This one is
Yes,
it's labeled as well balanced.
this is
boy.
an IPA. I will tell you right now. The Bells, it hit it well.
Yeah.
I will bet you will not like this beer.
Okay.
All right. I like its finish. I think it's smooth.
I
and
think
one of the better IPAs that I drink.
this is definitely a beer I see a lot in the Philadelphia area, and I feel like people buy it because it has really good graphics and it's local.
Yes.
Like someone's like, "Oh, I went down to the shore and had this."
Right. Right. What do you think?
That takes over for the worst of the batch for me.
I knew you would not like that. That is an IPA. Yes.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it tastes like a tin can.
Yeah.
That's
Not a
actually
big fan.
okay.
Yeah, I like it.
I would survive on that.
Yes, I like it. It's one of the few IPAs that does permeate my collection.
Oof.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
size
actually,
Size out on
it
that
definitely
one.
has a metallic forward taste, but the end isn't bad. I actually think it's okay.
I think it's rather smooth for an IPA.
It would definitely get better the more I had.
There you go.
What doesn't? Am I right?
Yes, that's IPAs for you. You drink them, you clear them off, and then you come back and
They
want to try
started
it
selling
again.
these in the stadiums now.
Now IPAs have, I don't want to say way higher, but higher alcohol volume than your Bud Light.
Generally,
Yes.
That's
So
it's almost
how
6.5.
How
6
many
and a half.
12 ounces can Coop go through before he's let's pump the brakes
Yeah,
on the
what's
IPAs?
what's the Coop tolerance level at?
I generally Saturday nights are my big drinking night. I usually drink I could do anywhere from 4 to 5 beers.
Okay.
But remember, it's not 4 or 5 the same beer.
That's
Oh.
true.
You got to be careful when you do this, this, and that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Because
lose count.
you do, and then you go 6.6, 5.8, 4.2. And then we do something absolutely crazy. Like my son last night was telling Evan, he had I've mentioned this on the show before, the Old Dirty Bastard
Oh, yes.
bourbon barrel aged stout
Oh my
at
god.
10.6. You drink one of them, and you have to pump the brakes.
Keister.
after that.
You're going to be on your Keister. You
That-
keep drinking those.
And it smells like bourbon. So you better like bourbon too. Yeah, I have a hard time with those. He loves them, so he breaks those out. So, for example, that Dead Guy, I could drink a few of them in a night. They're pretty good. The Workhorse, I could drink a 6-pack of that. I absolutely
Wow.
love that beer.
Wow.
Yes, I love it. It's
See,
fantastic.
The mixing the beers is what gets me because
Yes.
we did the Percy Ale Trail a
boy.
couple months back.
That is cool. Yes.
Oh my god, we were down 3 and I was
We were
I was belligerent.
It's hard to do.
Yeah, it was a 5
Yes.
stop bar crawl. And
Who were the
stop
5
3
stoppers?
So we had the Ram, which is a bar and grill.
Okay.
Honestly,
yeah.
the lowest rating out of all of them.
Okay. Yes.
That's where we started, and then
Yes.
we went to Mystic Ways Brewing.
How is that? I haven't been there.
Love Mystic. It is cheaper than Free Will.
Mhm.
Not to throw any shade towards Free Will, but the prices are good, and we got bad beers there. But
Yeah.
I've been there before, and some of their stuff is absolutely excellent.
Never
I think
tried them.
They were a newer brewery, so they didn't have everything
They were
down pat
totally
just yet. They were
totally
kinda
overwhelmed
Yeah.
with the amount
Right.
of people there, and we ended up getting the wrong thing or given to us. But we were just there for the tasting, so we just get one and go.
Get one and go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You drive Van Lease down the road.
Yes.
Yep.
I
That was the next stop.
that had the best environment. I felt like it was
Yeah.
very open. The people were super friendly.
The beer was very good.
I got an
Really?
IPA.
Haven't had
and
them
it was
yet.
It
Okay.
was a stinker.
I would
Really?
highly.
Okay.
It wasn't as bad as
Yes.
the one I had at Free Will,
Mhm.
but I was also
Yes. Yes.
three beers in and 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies in, so I was cooked.
You're after that. That's enough.
I think
yeah.
They have very smooth drinks.
Yes.
I would say.
I have not done them yet.
The one that I had was very fizzy, which I like. I'm a
Mhm.
big fizzy kind of guy when
Yeah.
it comes to beers, but
Yep.
the taste was not good. It was very sockish.
Did you go down to Free Will
Yep.
after that?
Yes.
Free
Okay.
will, and then we ended at the Perk.
I went,
Okay,
So,
why not?
had
Yeah,
dinner and a
sure.
drink
Dinner
there.
and a drink there.
which
Mhm.
could not finish anything. I was sloshing around at that point.
Yeah.
It's a lot to do.
Yes.
It really is. Now, in the Bucks County Ale Trail, they also have the ones a little further out in Bucks, Vault, the one I
Vault was
mentioned.
very good.
In Yardley, I begged Evan if you could find the Vault Tower Pilsner. That is my favorite beer, possibly of all time.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
No,
that's-
I should have gotten that. Then.
Yeah, that is an excellent beer. It's brewed in Yardley.
They
It's
have
a
live
Pilsner.
jazz.
It is a delicious brewery.
Mm.
I like them a lot. A few others up there around that Bucks County area. So it encompassed everything
Mm.
up there. But Vault is one of my favorite breweries.
Okay.
All right. That's an excellent one.
So we have 2 beers left here.
Who's
Coop.
up? Me?
Yep, you're
All
up.
right. Do the new trail. We'll do this one.
The new trail.
Yeah.
This one was in the spicy section. So.
Okay.
What does
had
that
their
even
beer.
I don't
mean?
know.
What are we doing here?
Yep.
Oh, we got a little.
The not to like
He's
know,
probably
to,
going to be brownish, is he?
Oof. Yeah, that's the darkest one so far.
You're not liking the looks of this
it's an
guy?
amber ale.
Amber ales are good. Yes.
The Vault has a great deal going on. It's a large pizza and a 4-pack for $30. I think that's pretty
Ooh,
good.
There's the Tower Pilsner there. You're
I
looking
know,
at
it's
that.
got a-
What psychedelic?
See,
can.
as a deadhead, I'm in on
You're
it.
in.
I'm in.
Yeah. See. Yes.
I'm a sucker
New
for anything.
Trail.
Their brewery's not bad.
Okay.
Okay. I've had
Where
a
are they
few
made?
others.
Williamsport.
There
Oh,
you
a
go.
little league,
Yes.
Little League World Series sponsor.
Leesport, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Little League. It's baseball themed.
That's not bad. What do you think, Si?
Oh man,
He looks out on that.
the first half had me really thinking I was going somewhere.
Yes. Yes.
This second half has been brutal.
It's like
Silas.
Yes, our defensive effort in the Super Bowl half.
Ooh, my gosh, I feel. Yeah,
I don't mind that.
I'm not hating that.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
However, I'll go with Cy a little bit too.
I definitely wouldn't order a second one, but if someone gave me this, I'd be like, okay.
Yes, it's
It would
it's not
pass the
bad.
sniff test, but I wouldn't do it again.
The only thing with New Trail, I've had them before. They have a Pilsner. It's called Lazy River Pilsner or something like that.
Silas
That's been
is like
in there.
recoiling.
That's
He's
yes.
having
that flavor
aftershocks.
stays with you. The other two, the German one with the mole hair in it or something from the
Yeah.
nun, and then the Cape May.
Yes.
Those were, gone pretty quickly. This
Right.
Trail Ale is, whew.
That's why it's a trail.
One thing with the Cape May that you had mentioned too, you didn't like it,
Yeah,
but he disappeared. The IPA
Absolutely.
disappeared fast. Okay?
Absolutely.
That's
I'll
why
give you
I
that.
like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I think it's, and Evan's right about this brewery. I've been there a couple times too. Their Pilsners and lagers are terrible.
Mm.
Okay. I mean, they're just like watery. There's just not much to them.
They-
This is the only thing they make that I like, to be
I
honest
think
with
it's
you.
in my head. I have Cape May, like your average Cape May,
Mm-hmm.
like Cape May that's from-
Tourist trap
I
type
can't
of thing.
believe
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it
or
was
the
Cape Cod.
regulars from like Delco.
Yes.
Like, and that's what I imagine that is. Now, this is a cerveza. I'm a big cerveza guy.
This will be interesting with me because
I absolutely
who
love
makes this? Because
Golden Road
Golden
Brewing.
Road.
don't know this
Street
one.
Cart.
Yeah, it's a play on like street corn in Mexico.
Okay.
Lime and salt cerveza.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
All right.
You ever have
Interesting.
Pacifico?
Yes, it's not bad.
I like Pacifico.
Yeah, it's not
Now,
bad.
I will
Very
say-
smooth.
The cerveza we had last time on the show,
Modelo.
we had Modelo and we also had Corona, did we not?
Yes.
And I believe those were ranked very low
Yes,
on the.
I think so.
So we'll
Yes.
see how this
I-
one.
But
ranks,
I do like them.
I do too. I'm not hating on Corona,
I think
but
you're
it's
hypnotized by the
I'm-
lime.
how's this smell?
I do like the lime.
Way better color than the last.
Cervezas are usually lighter.
Yeah, I'm
This
a
is
fan of
very,
that.
very light.
I like the graphic too.
Now, where are you, Coop? Because there's different types of beer, right? There's the beer that are like for the snobs of beer, right? But then there's things like this where they really go into like the art of beer making, and they
Mhm.
and they put that on the can. Are you like somebody who sees a cool can and will try that?
I have fallen for this.
Okay.
Okay, and have done it.
Because that's
all
where
right?
I'm at. I'm like, oh, that's a cool can. I might pick that one up.
On a single. I'll never buy a 4-pack of it.
Okay.
So we get into all those ones you said with the cool cans and all that stuff too. Then I
Right.
love the breweries to put out the singles.
Mhm.
All right. So I saw something the other day. I had to buy it. It was called Trial by Wombat.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
We're getting
Oh,
it.
I almost got that.
Oh,
and
you
it has a
should've.
hilarious wombat.
And there's a
picture.
wombat. I don't know if he's violent or if he's happy. You can't. It's a real
Here, I'll get you a
wombat picture of him.
Okay.
All right. Was the foulest thing I think I've ever.
Really?
Oh my God! It was. It was an IPA, and it was
I would agree with the
brutally
picture.
strong.
The picture
show
looks
him
like
that.
it looks dangerous.
See the trial.
I'll
by
put
wombat?
it up on the screen for people at home.
I would have thought it was like a wombat in a wig with a gavel or something.
No, it's
yes.
definitely just a wombat.
So we've fallen for this. Here's a couple of others.
Oh my god, it is so cloudy.
That is brutal. That beer.
It looks like
It
orange
is
juice.
brutal. Here's another one. Sci-fi hamster wheel.
Okay.
Okay. Pretty bad.
Sci-fi hamster.
The sci-fi hamster wheel.
I think you should
forget
stay
the brewer.
away from rodent-themed beers.
Yeah, maybe.
The sci-fi hamster wheel was a little rough. All right. 3 Floyds. Look them up. 3 Floyds. What was the one? Cosmic junk or space dust or
I'm looking.
zombie dust.
Oh,
That's
Zombie
it.
dust.
3 Floyd zombie dust.
I mean, it seems like
Not-
you just pick a noun and then pick it,
Yes,
Yeah.
we try to outdo the other guy. That wasn't bad.
Hold on, I have to
okay?
get the one that I had at Free Will
Yeah, I'm
might
trying
have
this.
been like one of the most heinous beers I've ever had in my life. Forget what it was. Oh, they have Garcia's Florist on tap.
That lot of lime in that one.
Loved that one.
Wow,
Yeah,
I
it's
do
not
love that
bad.
one.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Ooh.
Yes,
That, you
That
know what?
with a couple
I am
of tacos,
so glad.
I am so sold.
that
That-
is good with food.
That
yes.
is the steal of the beer draft. 8th overall, but I mean, that's
like
an
that
all-star.
one.
That is
Uh,
an all-star right
Yeah.
there.
You like that guy? We're gonna do. If you want my rankings now,
Yeah,
player
absolutely.
hand. All right, we'll go Dead Guy. That's just a great beer.
Dead Guy's very good.
Okay.
Workhorse. I brag so much about it, so I got to go with him. Number 2. The Bells. Number 3.
Wow.
Yep, I like the Bells. All right, number 4, we're going to do, and Sai's going to get mad, but I'm going to do the Cape May IPA. All right.
Listen, of those last 4, the Cape May was probably the second best. So I'll give you that.
Yeah, the mere fact that you tried that and you came out and you hated it,
I'm still
but then
breathing,
you're
guys.
you're coming around a little bit on why people like it.
Absolutely.
All right, you're
Yeah.
like, I don't like it. However, of all the IPAs I've ever tried, that is tolerable.
Yep.
I consider that a success story.
Absolutely.
So, okay, my worst rank. This is good. I'll do him next. See, as I told you guys, I'm not big on fruit in beer too
Mhm.
much. So I like the lemonade one, delicious, but it's just not my shot. Okay, I'm not big on that, but that is very good. The lemonade one's good. Then the guys that are, I did not like the nun
The nun
hair of the nun.
hair of the nun.
Did
That's
not
not what
like
it's called,
that.
but they should rebrand it.
I hear
For
ya.
sure.
And I'm not a big fan of the new trail. I didn't particularly like. I thought that his brewing lacked punch.
I felt like I might just be like, because I'm a sucker for the name. It definitely feels like something you would have like while you're hiking, like a couple trail mix with this.
Mhm.
Seems like a good,
It's
good
not
treat.
terrible.
It's not bad. I
Yeah.
would not order it.
No,
again.
No, I bought their beers in the past, and after I finished them off, I figured I'm not going to buy them.
I would have a
again.
couple of these.
That's not bad too.
Sitting
But,
by the grill,
yep.
sold.
See, I'm not big on that whole lime in the beer
I
kind
am.
of thing. Yes, I
I'm
know
a
you like
big-
the lemonade,
I like-
the lime, and
I'm
stuff
a big
like that.
citrus guy too.
Yes.
Just in general, like orange, lemon, lime. Those are my favorite candies.
See, yes.
Now,
yes.
gentlemen, after the ranking of the beers, we now have 7 water ices to finish off our taste tests today.
Delish.
These are all lemon flavored, as requested by the Coop last time.
Yes, my all-time favorite water ice is lemon.
Same.
I think
Absolutely.
lemon water ice has such a crisp refreshment to it
It's delicious.
that
yes.
you can't, make up, and no matter what other flavor, there's no better than lemon.
My all-time favorite fruit is lemon. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I like lemon in pies. I like lemon in iced tea. I like lemon, period.
Yep.
And when we're talking about pie, I like any kind of citrus type dessert. Okay. One of my all-time favorite desserts, which isn't popular with a lot of people, key lime pie.
Oh, wow. Really?
No, I'm a big key lime pie. My whole
Absolutely
family.
love it.
My
Yeah.
Uncle Chris, if you go to Florida and don't bring him back a key lime pie, you're
It goes
dead.
nuts. Yeah. Love it. All right. Especially when you get a smaller piece that warns you against how tart it is. All right.
And also I've noticed that if you get a key lime pie and it's a little gray, those are the good ones.
I
If
have
they
seen
are,
this.
If they
Yes.
are bright green, they are garbage.
It means imitation is in there a little bit.
Exactly.
All right?
A real lime, when you grind it up, is gray.
There you go. Thank you for the feedback. Yep.
Yes. But I don't
The
like
expert.
Do you
The
like
expert.
lemon meringue pie?
Yes.
I don't.
Mhm.
I'm not a huge lemon meringue pie.
Yes,
the
I do.
meringue distracts me. So are these the same brands by number?
Correct.
Okay. I
So-
can tell by the texture.
Yeah. I won't necessarily
yeah.
remind you, but you might remember from
This is pretty damn good.
The
I was going to
Cherry.
say, this is exquisite.
wow.
I'm
It
going
is
to come
so
right
good.
at you right now. So these others better be pretty
I
damn
know,
good to
this
try
is-
to top that.
This is a 10 out of 10. Perfect.
I was going to say this might be better than all the cherries that I
It
had
is.
Now,
too. Yeah.
I love sour candy.
Yeah.
That's like one of my
Yeah.
favorite things. So lemon flavored things have a lot to offer.
Yep.
But I want them
so
to be
good.
tart. This
slamming. Yeah.
It's at
Not-
the edge.
yeah, it's right on the edge.
It's like
of
it's
Yes.
like
maybe
a
tart,
wave
maybe
that's
sweet.
about to turn into a white cap.
Yep. Yeah.
Exactly. That is some good stuff.
But that's
Lever
number one. Pretty consistent with the
I
texture.
think, oops, sorry.
Pretty consistent with the
It is
texture
so-
of the cherry
wow,
one.
that
as well.
is
One is looking sharp. He coming out of the gates like Kentucky Derby.
That's right. That's a horse I'd bet on.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, two's problem is he followed one.
yeah.
All right.
I, would say I can taste the leaves in the tree.
You know what?
Yeah, yeah.
Compared to the flavor of number 2 cherry,
Cherry?
versus number
it's a
2
better,
lemon,
It's a better
is
swing.
Yeah,
way
yeah.
better.
Yes, yes. It's not bad, but he
It's very
just like I
fresh.
said, he has to follow behind the great one.
Yeah.
So it's like playing on the line with Wayne Gretzky.
I gotta say,
You know?
I think this flavor is a little bit. I like the texture
not
of one
bad.
better, but
Mhm.
the flavor of number 2 is not bad.
I feel like I can taste the plant in this one.
Yeah,
You know,
It's got some grassiness to it.
it's like Aaron Rodgers following Brett Favre.
Oh,
At
yeah.
first you're not liking it, but then
Yeah.
you
You're like,
sow
"Oh."
your oats and go, wow, you know.
he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty darn good.
Yeah,
but
one-
I'm still taking one, so let's do 3. All right.
There's number 3.
All right.
Wow.
Now maybe this is because I just don't. My memory doesn't serve me. I don't remember number 3 cherry really all that well. It was a little bit different
You
This
color.
is
said-
the lightly
You
colored
said it was
one.
more tart and very icy on the texture. Does
Okay,
that help?
a little bit. Yeah.
This isn't
Thank
bad either.
A completely different angle to lemon, though.
Mm-hmm.
They all have different angles. I think this one's the worst one so far.
I agree with that, but I'm not hating on him.
Now,
Yeah.
lemon has 2 flavors. The flavor of the fruit in it,
Mhm.
which is the very tart part,
Mhm.
and then there's the flavor of the peel or the rind.
Zest.
Yes.
Yes,
This
yes.
is big zest.
Very
flavor.
zesty,
I like the
yes.
zest.
I'll give you that.
You
and
do-
he also
really? I like the,
every part.
he seems
lemon.
sugary too. Very sugary.
It's very
too.
sugary.
Yeah. He's not bad. Not bad. Any of these are delicious.
I say it's
so.
still a lemon
Coop-
lime. or
Coop is in
lemon water
heaven
ice.
drinking beer and eating
Yeah,
water
yeah.
ice while talking about sports.
Of course, when I get home, I'll have to take a nap
Yeah.
or something. The
Rebound.
Phillies will be on. We'll check that out.
Oh,
so,
boy.
You know.
Can we get a Phillies update?
Yeah,
What's
bottom
going on
of the
here?
4th, bases are loaded. Real Muto's up right now with nobody out.
So he'll strike out.
Wow, okay.
He's struggling and
We're
scuffling
down
a little
3-2
bit.
though.
3-2. Who's pitching today? I missed
Wheeler,
it.
and he blew up in the last inning. It was bad.
Oh,
Good-
come
Walked a
on.
guy in. He hit Daza with the bases loaded and walked a guy in.
Not
and
like
then-
Wheeler.
Yeah.
Control issues this year, which is a little mind numbing. It is early in the season.
Absolutely.
I'm surprised how much the pitch clock is affecting the Phillies pitchers.
You know what? Let's go there a little bit with you young gentlemen. I grew up, okay, baseball's slow. I get this. We walk off the mound, we huddle, we talk, we throw over to first. I am definitely against this whole pitch clock thing. I just don't like it. The other day I saw something. Larry Anderson threw a conniption on the radio about this.
It's about Alec Boehm.
It was Nola grabbing the rosin bag,
Mm-hmm.
going up to the mound, shrugging off Realmuto, and then had to hurry. He got golfed over the wall at that point because the pitch selection disagreement with JT.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, he's settling down. He's high in the strike zone, everything he's throwing. He needs to settle down. He's walking behind the mound. He's playing with the rosin bag. He's shrugging JT off. In the old days, you would call JT out.
Sure.
And say, okay, let's get this together. You can't do that anymore.
Mm.
All right? You got to throw the pitch. He threw it, and he got taken deep.
Sure.
And Larry Anderson threw a fit, said, this pitch clock thing is affecting Nola. It's obvious.
Yes.
Everything's high in the strike zone. All right? That's not how he pitches. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd be screaming at Nola a lot in the postseason last year. It just seemed he has these blow-up innings. He's just like, come on, man, get it together. Come on, settle
Now,
down.
As you try number 4, because I think Evan and I both have strong opinions on number 4. I agree with you that it is affecting pitchers. I think it's clear both from pitchers saying so and from just watching the game, it is affecting our pitchers.
Mhm.
However, it is affecting both sides. It's not just an
True
Aaron Nola
point.
thing. The Rockies or the Reds or whoever we're
both
playing.
both sides of the Phillies.
No, I'm saying
Because
well,
we're
He
getting
said they're
strikes.
getting what they have to deal with what we deal with.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, an unfair advantage that just Aaron he's going back for the road.
He needs a refresher.
You dog.
It's good beer. Even you said this is a good beer, right? It's brewed to perfection. You don't
But-
mind if I finish that?
No, not at all, please.
Yeah.
So what did you think of number 4?
Good.
I thought so too.
Yeah, it was
Extremely
delicious.
good.
Yes, he's
Very good.
I placed him with number 1 in
I
the
need to
rankings.
try number 1 again.
Yeah,
just
I
to
know.
double
I
check.
know. When we finish off, I got to go back because I didn't think anyone touched 1 after that. 1 came out and hit the solo homer to start
Oh, yeah.
the game,
Mhm.
and then he came with 4, just hit a 3-bagger.
Oh,
Yeah, so you're
very
like,
close. Yeah,
yeah, and you're like, wow, who's the MVP right now? I don't even know.
guy
Okay.
gets on base. What can you say?
The Phillies just scored again.
Yeah, it's 3-3
All
by
right,
the
there
way.
you go.
Like, good.
So I think I like 4 better. It's tartar.
It's
It's very tart. Yeah,
the lemon flavor is excellent.
It's tartar.
It's tartar.
and it's got a similar texture to it. I would say it's a little more icy than 1 was, but similar texture.
And 5 got great flavor, a lot of sugar in this.
Yes.
So
It's almost
Yeah.
like so sugary. It's like minty.
yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm hard to get lemon from this.
Yeah, I'm ranking him 5, and I don't want to really rip the brand there. It tastes good, but he's the lowest ranked one I think I have so far. It's
Yeah.
like-
I think I said this about 5 in the cherry. It's a very light. Like
Yeah.
you could snack or graze
more
on this.
sugar than flavor, it seems
Yeah.
to me. So
Not a very sugary. I mean, we want water ice to be sweet. I think we
Exactly.
can all agree on that.
right,
But we want it to be sweet in the way that you can enjoy it for,
right,
a half hour at the shore or something.
exactly.
So, and Evan, what did you just pick to?
I want to finish off the street cart.
I know you really like that.
That
That's
was
a
nice.
high ranking
Cervezas.
from the courageous
That was
team.
good.
Again,
Yeah.
I'm sitting by the grill. I'm making some carnitas or something.
Yep.
How often is that happening?
Pretty often, actually.
Really?
when my grill was functioning.
I-
You like to sit outside by the grill
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna grill, I guess
with a
maybe.
little
Yes.
speaker,
No,
playing
talk
some
about
jam
grilling.
band.
I'm a bug. I can't deal with the bugs.
I
don't
The
do bugs
mosquito
either.
bites and
I do
and-
not grill propane. Coop only does
Really?
charcoal.
Really?
Yes.
See, I like propane better than charcoal.
Propane, you can throw. You fire it up. You don't have to wait forever.
That's
Put-
true.
cook your
Put it on the
food.
pole. What do you grill
But-
with?
but I
charcoal
also-
or propane?
Charcoal. I only do charcoal. I have 2
But I-
charcoal grills. That's
unless
it.
I'm like picking like a smoke wood or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do charcoal because I like to. I mean, for lack of a stereotype thing from the show King of the Hill, I want to taste the meat, not the heat.
Right.
And I like the clean burning because I'm usually if I'm making meat, I've been in the lab with the spice selection and seasoning.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I want to stick to that. The
I
clean
hear you.
burn from that.
I
But,
hear you.
But also, it's the convenience of it's
yeah,
going.
and you're going.
Yeah.
You know, and the
Coop's got it down to a science. It sounds
Yes,
like.
it does.
Yeah.
I'm not dogging on propane at all, but propane, the grills are gorgeous. to
Oh
look
yes,
at,
you're
too.
right about that.
Every time I see one, I'm thinking, oh, I'd like that. Even the Blackstone style. Look at those two. But I have two Weber charcoal grills.
Yep.
Kingsford, throw it in there, go in, prepare meat and stuff while it's building, and then go out there in about 20 minutes, knock the coals down, and then we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like, you bring up a good point. So when I tried to perfect the craft when I was younger, you go out there and all you smell or taste when I bring this steak into you is charcoal.
Exactly.
All right. Or lighter fluid, which is even worse.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a grill master. You don't
I
get
know.
none of that.
I'll say
all
next time we
right?
have Coop, we'll be on location at the grill.
Yeah. We could do that. We could do beers galore.
Wow,
All
I
right.
got to get your opinion on 6.
Okay.
I
yep,
don't-
I'm
did
lunching.
you have this
Where's
already?
number 6?
You got it
Right-
right next
right
to you.
here.
Okay.
You know what I just did for the first time last week, Coop?
What's that?
You ever make sausage from scratch, like with the
Absolutely
casings?
not. That
I
is
just
cool.
did it for the first time. It turned out pretty good. I think we undershot the seasoning.
6. What do you think?
It's so sweet. Number 6.
It is. Wow.
That's a lot of flavor.
It is not bad.
I like that. That tastes like a. You know what that tastes like? Tastes like a those not Jolly Ranchers, the Tootsie Rolls that are lemon flavored.
Yeah.
That's what that tastes like.
That's not bad. Not bad at all.
It's a little bit of mixture of both the bitterness of the rind,
Yep.
but also the sourness of the fruit. So I like that one.
That was pretty good.
I got to come back to number 2 as we get number 7 ready here.
Okay.
Yes,
You
sir.
got it. Yep.
Pass that over. But yeah, the sausage was pretty good. We smoked them, and I think that kind of overtook the different flavors we were doing.
Cooking is fun.
I
okay?
love cooking.
I love to do it. Grilling.
If you
Let's
can
put
tell,
it that
I like
way.
to eat, so I like to cook.
Who doesn't, dude? Yep.
Number 7.
I do not like that one. What do you guys think?
That is the worst lemon flavor out of all of them.
He
I
gets.
thought this was the tartest.
It's
It
tart.
is tart, but it's missing something from it.
It
No, it
tastes
is.
artificial to me.
He also has the problem being number 7. So he comes in after tasting some fantastic things.
I would venture to say that this number 7 has my favorite lemon flavor.
This one tastes like
Okay.
lemon pledge.
It tastes. You know what it
It's
is?
got a plastic flavor.
You're
I like-
talking chemicals at
Oh,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
This was formulated on a lab.
I like the texture, but the so tart, and I love that. So I'd say that one was probably my favorite. What do you guys think?
I did not like 7, but if I'm going to rank,
I have to
I'm with Cy.
4
We're
and
fighting 1 and 4, fighting for the
Mhm.
top.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to try both of those again?
Yeah, let's go back to that. And I'm going to start with 1 again because he came out of the gates and
swinging.
yeah, he did.
Man, 4 is very good. After saying all those nice things about 7, I'm kind of with you, Coop.
Hmm. 1's delicious.
1 is good. I think I would prefer 4
I'm going to go back
between
to
the two
it.
of them, but that's
What 4 got working for him is that I ate most of it in the first test.
that's a good sign. If Coop's eat down in the whole cup,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I'm
that's a
gonna
good
say
sign.
4-1-6 because 6's lemon flavor is so good, but the texture is not as good as 1 and 4.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
say
I'm going there too.
So you're saying 4, 1,
I'm
and
back
6.
to 4. I had to give it to him. The lemon flavor in number 4 is
So
excellent.
what we have is an interesting wrinkle because for the cherry we picked 1, 4, and 6,
Mm-hmm.
and for the lemon again we're choosing 1, 4, and 6. Now I picked 7 for mine, so I'd love to hear what all of them are. But Sydney, you can now give us the results of what flavors are from where.
All right. Number 1 was from Nat's Pizza in Doylestown. That's Via Veneto Italian Ice out of Norristown.
Wow.
Those Norristown-ites know what
so
they're talking about.
good.
That was good.
The texture it immediately puts you up to mediocre, and
Yeah.
then the flavor adds on top.
Yeah, that was
And
a lead off.
I've never had these dudes
Yep.
before.
So
yeah,
good.
they're coming up big. So I'm going to take a Miss
Big
Scoop
love
there.
for Nat's.
Big
Yes.
love for Nat's
Yeah,
Pizza.
these
Shout
dudes
out.
Sydney
are
favorite.
awesome.
Yep.
Number 2 was Rita's.
Wow, really? I thought for sure number 7
Did
was
I
going to be
take
Rita's.
Sid 2 anywhere in cherry or anything?
You took 2 as your bottom 2. You said number 2 or
Yeah.
number 7 were your lowest for cherry.
There you go.
Number
I'm proud
2
of myself.
It's so icy.
I'll
that's
come back
why.
to it. It is extremely icy. I didn't like it. But
No.
the flavor of the lemon one was very good for me.
It was better than the cherry one. The cherry one was not good.
Yes.
Yeah, cherry
Yes.
was weak.
I do
Weak.
not like Rita's. I think they're overrated. I'm not here to, bury them. They're water ice. They're still good.
They're not listening.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want lawsuits against the
well,
Red Shirt Water Boys in my second appearance. That'll be
That's
like,
for the third appearance.
yes,
Yeah.
we'll get a little risque in round number 3. Okay?
Trial by Wombat.
Yes.
Number 3, Sydney.
Number 3 was Lindy's, the store-bought brand.
I don't think I
I'm
did. I
not
like him
familiar
at
with that.
all. I don't think I
think so.
did.
You said for the cherry one you liked the flavor a lot.
Okay.
You all liked the flavor, I think.
Wow.
Silas, you said it was a little bit icy on the texture.
You know what? I believe Lindy's was, we couldn't find cherry, so that one was
Black
black
cherry.
cherry. That's probably why you liked that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Was that the one that was a weird color?
Yes.
Okay, that's why.
A
It
little
was
bit
weird.
darker.
Oh, he's going in.
Number 4, I have to tell you, I feel so personally vindicated by this. This is Luigi's water ice.
Wow.
All right.
Cherry
So
Luigi's and
good.
lemon Luigi's water ice are my 2 favorite things on the planet, I think.
Luigi. Mario's been hunting the mushrooms, and he's been hunting
Yes.
the water ice.
Luigi's been perfecting water ice.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
it sounds like. Wow.
That's store-bought,
Interesting.
though,
That
right?
is, in fact, store
All
bought.
right.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Out of the cute little cups.
Wow.
Number 5 was from Coolix in Sellersville. Evan, you called that right out of the gate.
You
Good
did.
job.
Good job.
Born and raised.
Yes.
He knows Coolix when he
I know
tastes
Coolix.
it.
Delicious
Like I said,
stuff.
and Coolix is not a high scorer in flavor and texture, but the
It hits the
sheer
spot. Yeah.
volume for price at Coolix
Yep.
is,
The price is excellent.
I'm telling you, a large, you have to have room for it.
Mhm.
Wow.
And
It
they
was huge. That was the container you saw yesterday.
Yeah.
and they fill it outside the cup too. That's the thing that's nuts.
Nice.
They have good ice cream too.
So now 6 was our other favorite.
Yes, number 6, this is a surprise. This was the Weiss brand.
Weiss.
Whoa.
Okay, so we did a taste test yesterday prior Silas did not participate. Weiss was ranked our lowest across the board. I cannot believe you guys
Wow.
liked it
Oh,
that much. That was
my.
the unanimous
The
least favorite.
expert.
I would say,
Wow.
Going 6.
but
Now,
the,
Weiss is a supermarket. For those, maybe they'll
Yes,
know.
yes,
Weiss
yes.
is Wise.
Local supermarket. And,
Yeah.
and wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess actually Weiss and Rita's were tied for our 2 least favorite yesterday.
There you go.
Number
You know,
7, Coop, I'm so sorry to do this to you. I think it suffered maybe because of the transport factor, but that was Petrucci's.
Oh, and I hated
7.
it. Yeah. I begged Mrs. Coop to drive me there one day. Yes, I've been there with your mom.
Really?
Evan. She's the one that actually, I think, turned us on to it. And I think I got one of them gigantic lemon ones. Oh, this is fantastic.
I will say
Yeah.
the lemon was way better than the cherry. I
Yeah.
liked number 7. So
It's
You
not
did,
bad.
yeah.
I did say it tasted like lemon pledge though.
I like that.
Yeah,
When
I'm
you're
very
comparing against
disappointing.
these Hall of Famers. here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hall of
yeah.
Fame, Luigi's and Weiss. Yeah.
Nats.
Yeah.
And Nats.
Wow. Interesting.
Wow. What a spread. Thank you for getting that. I
Well, you
didn't
could
know guys
save
were doing
some.
this.
You could save some gas by just going to the store rather.
Yeah.
Than, that's crazy to me that the store bought brands are on par, if not on top of
The franchise.
the franchise brands. Yeah, that's crazy.
And another thing I think is when you're talking water ice, you're really splitting hairs.
Oh yes.
All right, because
It's
you're
good no matter
it's
what.
all fantastic, and then you get into these ones too. And you go, okay, is he velvety smooth?
Yeah.
Is he? I'm chunking at him, but he tastes great. so now a little thing like that where you get like something like Sydney said, and you pull it out, and it's like a block of ice. So
Yep.
you have to chip at it. So
Yeah.
you're negative on them because
Right.
you have to chip at it. Where the other
Absolutely.
one curls
Scoops
right in
right
there. I mean,
Too good.
we're really nitpicking.
Well,
at
you
this
got to
point.
figure like a store-bought brand probably accounts for that in their texture
Right.
because they're coming straight out of a freezer every time.
Exactly.
Sure, that's built in.
Exactly. So, they deserve a little more love. All right.
Wow.
You said
know-
4 was Luigi?
So
Man,
good.
the lemon Luigi,
Yeah.
it's good
and
stuff.
we loved that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's so
know it's
tart.
very good. Who was one?
Nat's Pizza.
Yeah, Via Veneto out of Norristown.
very impressed.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
I
with you.
must
But
go there.
Your point is well taken. That I mean, water ice is water ice. If you're taking me out somewhere, I'm never going to complain about
Exactly.
a lemon water
Yeah.
ice. You know, I'm going to like it no matter what. So.
Yeah, it's the same thing with beer. You guys are talking about beer too. So
Yeah.
Evan's geared towards these citrusy things.
I
He likes his lime. He
I like
likes his
citry.
lemon.
I like fizzy. I like things
Right.
that, honestly, and I think Silas can sympathize with. I like things that like punch me in the face a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like I like strong flavors. I like strong carbonation.
Right.
Beers that are smooth. People would typically say smooth, or like the nitrogen stuff. I'm not as hot on, just because I want that like zing.
Right.
The only way I can describe it is a zing or a fizz or
Something impressive
like-
right off the bat. Yes. And you like the blend. You
I
like the
do.
blend of the citrus
I
along
like
with the beer.
complex
Little
flavors.
flavor layering and
Yep.
things like that. See,
I
where
want that with food too.
I'm the complete opposite. So once they try to get a little inventive, so we're saying we go back to something like this.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a lager.
You like things
It's
that are
very
focused.
boring. Yes. All right. This I absolutely love, as I told you
Oh,
guys.
Yeah, but
absolutely.
I thought that was complex.
As he downs
Yeah.
both in front of us.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, I will admit here, when we were talking about the IPA, I did tell Silas before he tried it, you're going to hate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You did, I mean,
You know,
listen,
there's
the
no
warning was
doubt.
well appreciated. So
But
thank you for that.
You gave me the fact, and I'll tell you what, I hate IPAs, but I survived that one and didn't
Okay.
like hate it as bad as I thought I would.
Yeah.
Albeit it wouldn't be something you ever buy. This final thing here with those Weiss beers, I just have never been able to get on board with those.
What I like about them sometimes is they have that extra fizzy. They have to be served like 0.1 degree away from freezing. Like
right.
they
right.
have to hurt. Like that's why
Yes.
I like certain seltzers, because they are so cold and so fizzy that they kind of hurt. And I don't know why I like that. I like hot
Yes.
foods, like all that stuff, but I like
Yes.
the like, woo, like that makes you do that when you taste it.
Exactly. So you touch on something too, and I didn't know what Si's opinion was. That you like food spicy?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes, huge spicy food.
Yes, me too. I like Mexican food. I tell the chef to turn it up.
Yeah. Mm.
All right. I grow jalapenos. I'm about to plant some next
Yep.
weekend. All
You've
right.
made salsa that has been
it's
I mean-
world famous.
oh spicy.
Serranos and jalapenos. Now I do have in the freezer Carolina Reapers.
They're
Yeah.
weapons, and they're
Yes,
not food.
I
Yeah.
cannot. They are so hot. I hate to do it to them, but I had to retire them in the freezer. I can't
No.
do anything with these
Yeah,
things.
they're
so hot.
inedible. Like you could put
Very
half
much.
in a gallon of salsa, like, and that's as good as you can do.
Who does these?
I've done.
Yes.
I've made a hot sauce. I have to pull the recipe out again. That was tomatillos, which are those green.
They're
tomato
delicious.
things,
Yes, I
but
love them.
Habaneros.
I like
The stuff was
habaneros. Yes,
almost unedible.
yes, habaneros. You gotta be a little
Delicious.
careful with too, is because they're so overpowering. But they're not as hot as people think they are. I think they come out of the gate. I'm hotter than a jalapeno guy,
They're
but to me they're not that bad.
yeah. To me,
Yeah.
they're the like beginner level, extremely hot.
Mm.
That's
Like,
an excellent
They
analogy.
are like
yes,
the first step into the very hot section.
yes. If you
I
could
ate
tolerate
that one in
this,
front of you that one time
I remember.
at the Bruises' pool.
Was it that or a ghost pepper?
No, it was a
It was a
habanero because I remember it was orange. Ghost
Oof.
peppers are red.
Yes, I grew them too. Yes, I
I
remember.
regretted
we
that
did
both
that.
in that moment and then the next day.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
I challenged the great courageous to
Yeah, there
eat
you
one
go.
of these. Yes. Now, if you can eat a Carolina Reaper, you got me.
I don't think I can do that.
That's a one-chip
I-
challenge thing. We,
I've done
we
that
need
too.
to do
Done
that
that
one
too.
time. Have
Yeah,
you
I
done
did.
that?
Yes.
I can't do
Not
that.
fun.
It's,
No, I
it
cannot
is
do it.
hot, but what gets me more, and I think we talked about this before, is that the flavor is so awful.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yes, I think we all like spicy food because we like the flavor of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I love jalapenos. I think they're the greatest vegetable known to mankind.
Wow.
Because they're not that hot to me, but they
Mhm.
taste
No, they're so good.
fantastic.
They do.
The
Yeah.
I just got a where was I at? Oh, it was at Bankers, and they had this Alabama burger, and their jalapenos were so spicy. I don't know if they were just that one that they cut up and ended up on my burger.
It's funny. I think the longer you
good.
let jalapenos sit,
the crazier
they get because the oils just keep absorbing back into it. And
Yes.
I know I've made salsa and let it sit for a couple days, and then it's way hotter on day 2 or 3 than it is.
I've
the
made
day I made
pickled
it.
jalapenos from your jalapenos more than once, and they turn out
delicious.
extremely good.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think this was pretty successful. And
Yes.
to kick off summer for our audience, for us, now you know what you're eating by the poolside and what you're drinking by the poolside with it.
We if you want to do a live shot in my backyard, there's one thing we have to do.
Love to do that.
I have
on
2
scene.
beagles that what you guys got to come like 3 hours early.
Yeah, okay.
Because you got to get the beagles settled down. And the first thing you got to do when you walk in the door is tell them how wonderful they are. Then they'll leave you alone. Don't like, oh, we like you. Okay. But we'll have to get there early for setup because the beagle factor needs to be worked in there.
And you
got to
warm the grill up.
That's right.
that
yeah.
too.
Give it-
Yeah, I don't know if I need 3 hours for that too. But
mean, give it
what's
time.
what do we like? What do steak? What do we do?
I
on
mean,
the grill.
I do
I'll-
burgers. on the
Anything that
grill.
was alive that is now dead, I will eat.
My burgers are world famous.
Oh, really?
All right, along with everything I make. Do you like chicken legs?
Yes.
chicken legs.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I said, if it was
Yes.
alive and is now dead, I don't like seeing the process of these animals
Okay.
perishing.
No.
I forget that, but their taste
Isn't that
is so
terrible? Yeah,
It's
it is
blinking.
terrible. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Coop, thank you for joining
Yeah,
us.
guys.
as we
Hey,
do episode 99.5.
I'm ready for when you want me to come back.
You got
All
it.
right?
You
good.
got
We
it.
Anything
can
you
do a
want.
summer special and
Thank you, Coop, for being here for episode 99.5.
My pleasure.
And thank you guys for watching. Join us next week as we do the 2nd annual Red Shirt Waterboys Benchy Awards. And we take a look back at our 2nd season of this show.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
absolutely.
cleanup time.
Yeah.